My friends, the CDC, the World Health Organization, they're issuing new guidelines so that you can have safe sex during the monkeypox. I don't know why they call it the monkeypox. As a matter of fact, a couple of weeks ago, I was out there saying that the World Health Organization naming this new disease monkeypox is racist. Just because it's from Africa, it has to be monkeypox? Did it come from monkeys? No. Why don't they call it rhino pox? Why don't they call it giraffe pox? I don't understand. But the World Health Organization is now saying that they're going to reconsider the name. They haven't told us what it's going to be yet, but they said that it was a bad decision because it was a racially insensitive. I just say these things so that you know that I was on this from the very beginning. However, the CDC, well, they're issuing safer sex and monkeypox directives. We'll get to that in a moment. I just want to remind you that back in March, April, May of 2021, when we were deep in the heart of COVID, right after the George Floyd riot started and everybody was running into the streets protesting and burning down cities with their masks on, we had Dr. Fauci. And Dr. Fauci was asked a question about Tinder and how should people do their hookups during the pandemic, their hookups, during the COVID-19 scourge. And what he said was truly amazing. And I want to remind you of that. Here we go.
Everybody has their own tolerance for risks, and it depends on the level of the interaction that you want to have. You're looking for a friend, sit in a room, put a mask on, and chat a bit. If you want to go a little bit more intimate, well, then that's your choice regarding a risk.
Now, I have to tell you, that's just a little bit freaky, that advice from Dr. Fauci on hooking up on Tinder. And at the time, it really showed how this whole thing about the COVID-19 pandemic was really a bunch of, BS, bullshiggity. I mean, if you're supposed to stay separated, you're just supposed to social distance. There can't be any guidelines for Tinder. But here we go again with the monkeypox. And the advice that we're getting from the CDC, from the World Health Organization, I guess sanctioned by Dr. Fauci, is just as absurd. Check this out. Now, if you take a look at this article from Breitbart magazine, you will see that the World Health Organization is trying to help you out if you want to fornicate, have sex outside of marriage and all that kind of stuff. There's a way you have to do this during the age of monkeypox. And first and foremost, you have to try virtual sex. Isn't that like porn? I guess it sort of is like porn, the chat room stuff. You kind of hold up the phone and or you have sexual relations with somebody who's on the other end of the phone, sort of like FaceTiming. Don't ask me because I don't know about this. I'm just speculating. Speculating. Try virtual relations first. They're also saying that you could be 6 feet from each other in the same room and be naked and just touch yourself. The kind of way you do, when you're alone and stuff like that, you kind of masturbate 6 feet apart. That's what the chart says there. Make sure you wash your hands afterwards. Well, that's a carryover from the whole COVID age when you washed your hand every 5 minutes to make sure that you didn't get the virus. If you're going to have sexual relations in the age of monkeypox, make sure you wash your hands. Avoid kissing at all costs. Do not kiss. I don't really understand that. I mean, if the monkeypox is transmitted through, homosexual relations, I don't think kissing is a part of that. But to be on the safe side, stop kissing. Here's the most important one. Check this one out here. Make sure you wear clothes during intimate relations. I don't know how you do that. How do you wear clothes when you're having sex? You know what? I almost said something. I almost said something that was not family friendly, even though this is not a family friendly topic here. But okay. The World Health Organization says wear clothes while you're having sex. And most importantly, if you have a rash, Make sure you cover it up because you don't want the person to know that you're having sexual relation, whatever these with these methods that you have the monkeypox. So cover up your monkeypox rashes. Yeah, that's what the CDC wants you to do. Here's the deal. This is all crazy. Absolutely crazy. And this is what happens when government gets involved in a sex. People were having sexual relations long before the government got involved. Okay. And it used to be the church that would, be able to provide guidelines, if you will. And the guidelines were don't have sex before you get married. But we're way past that, aren't we? We are way past that in our culture. So now we have the CDC, the World Health Organization, Dr. Fauci giving you guidelines of how to try to have your cake and eat it too. Monkeypox. Monkeypox is the disease that's much like AIDS. It's very, very prevalent in the homosexual community. I am not trying to say, hey, don't worry about it. I guess what I'm really trying to say, if you want to live a life where you don't have to worry about these kind of things, go old school. If you don't believe me, study scripture first. Go ahead and fall in love with a young woman, or if you're a woman, a young man. Did you catch that? Get married, stay pure. You're going to have fun. Have relations, have babies, raise a family, and help restore the culture. All this stuff here, absolute madness. And important. This is not most important, but it's very important. Please don't buy into this. The monkeypox, whatever pox they come up with next. I think they shot the wad. Ooh, did I say that? With COVID. Do not fall for the same traps from our political masters who are trying to control us. That time is done. Now it's time to move on and fight the madness of this immoral advice for our immoral culture. My name is James C. Harris. This is my YouTube channel. I invite you to subscribe to this channel. Tell your friends about this channel. Hit that bell, that notification bell, and every time we put up a new video, you will be notified. Thanks for hanging out, and remember, here we go.